Ben, who have we got on now?
Yeah, well, we've actually got Tom and Chris from Castle Combe Circuit, and I'm actually delighted to say that they're actually live at the circuit today, which is pretty cool. So we'll hand over to those guys to tell you more about it. And here they are. Hi guys, how you doing?
Greetings.
Hello. Good, thanks. Yeah, here you go. Look, the sun is shining.
Fantastic. Well, we'll let you guys carry on, and we'll catch you at the end.
You can go and take a rest now, a well-earned rest, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, we are absolutely. As was said there, we're here at the circuit. I'm in my commentary box. We're suitably socially distanced because Tom, literally, he's just there. Look, he's in race control. So we are here. The sun's come out. It's been raining, but it was an absolute honour that I got asked to come and do this. I'm privileged to be part of the commentary team here at Castle Combe. I grew up 20 minutes that way, where Tom now lives as well. Oh no, sorry, I lived Yate. You live Chipping Sodbury, actually, don't you? So I'm sorry. I got to remember that. And I now live 30 minutes that way in Swindon. So this was my home circuit. It's where I started as a commentator, but at 5 years old, sat up there at Quarry Corner with my dad, was where I fell in love with racing. So to get my break here was a big deal. They labelled me now apparently the voice of Castle Combe, which I'm really, really proud of. And I host action days, the racing school days, the awards dues, which sadly is virtual, but we're doing that next Saturday as well. And I'm a proud sponsor. You saw my Open Doors training videos. Well, you may have done. That's been playing. Thanks, guys, during the course of this fabulous Motorsport Days live event. And for my public speaking, media training, presentation skills and the like. And my board's even in the middle of the circuit there. So I am genuinely a partner with my company. And the man who makes all of this happen is the sales and marketing brain, really, on that side of things. And I'm proud to call him a friend of mine as well these days, only because he's next door, but that's a different story. But Tom Davis, welcome, mate.
Hi, Chris. Thank you very much for the introduction. Thank you. And welcome, everybody. Hopefully you're safe and well watching us. Apologies, you can't quite, it's because obviously we've got a bit of glass there, but hopefully you get the effect. We actually are at the circuit today. And hopefully you can see, for those of you who haven't been here, hopefully you've seen our advertising video as well.
Yes, absolutely. I love that, with the showing the circuit, giving us that feel for being back here. I mean, we managed to get half a year's worth of racing, but it's life, Jim, but not as we know it. What's the year been like, Tom?
Yeah, it's been a struggle. It's been really tough, I think, for everyone, not just as financially, but as you know, Chris, mentally, for everyone as well. And we are lucky. I said Hugo. We just watched Hugo on before. I mean, we're really lucky. We hosted some of our own racing, and also obviously we also managed to host Hugo and the Classic Sports Car Club as well, which was great. But it has been difficult. But it's opened other opportunities up for us as well. We started our Combe TV up on Facebook during the start of the first lockdown, and that's been a real success for us. And I think that the testament on that one was that drivers wanted to keep in contact with us, and also the marshals, the hundreds and hundreds of marshals that we have here, they really enjoyed that, and it was a really good outlet for them to keep in contact with us. And I think, also, we've had to cut our cost accordingly, like a lot of other businesses, and resilience is a big thing that we've obviously learned this year as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really is adapt, isn't it? I mean, obviously, the sad thing is we haven't been able to have, certainly for a big chunk, we weren't able to have the Combe faithful here watching. Then we managed to get some in towards the tail end, but it was managed. It was adults only. We had to separate, as all the other circuits have had to do, of, paddock and spectators up at some parts of the circuit, which is why, say it's live, Jim, but not as we know it. And of course, we put on a live stream, which was a lot of hard work by Kevin, who did a wonderful job with the cameras. It wasn't about being a TV stream, but it was about trying to bring, so that people could see it, whether it's seeing their family members or just seeing the cars go around the circuit, because traditionally we always get big crowds here at Castle Combe.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. And I think that has been difficult. And there's a lot of nervousness from people as well, with going out. But we were very lucky that the events that we did run, we did have some crowd towards the tail end of the year. And hopefully, when things, like I said, with the new vaccine and everything else. But I think, we don't want to keep, we've got to move on, haven't we, from COVID? And we'll deal with that hand as we get to it. But we're very lucky that we've got the support from the community, from all of our fans, yourself, everyone who works here, the marshals, all the core team. So, like I said, I think we wouldn't have got this far if it hadn't been for everyone's hard work.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's hope 2021 is very different. Many people know that also one of the things that's unique about Castle Combe is, as well as having, like you say, Classic Sports Car Club, all of the different clubs or championships from their clubs come and race here and make up the race weekends. But what's unique here is we have our own championships and series. We have the Saloon Car Championship, the Formula Fords, the GTs, and the Hot Hatch Series, which has just had bumper grids this year as well. I'm proud to say that I'm actually a board member of the racing club. When they came and asked me to do that, you don't turn down your boyhead to club, do you, in reality? But what makes these championships year on year on year? I mean, you're talking, what was it, 70 years for the circuit.
Yeah.
50 years for
45 for the GTs.
45 for the GTs, sorry.
And 25 for the saloons.
I mean, it's just, and the Formula Ford celebrated a big one last year.
Yeah, 50 years of that last year. So,
and always, it's good grids. What makes it so popular, and why would someone want to come and race here?
I think the biggest thing here is the cost effectiveness of running at one venue. That suits a lot of people. Also, the proximity as well. We do get a lot of people that live within probably sort of hour and a half, 2 hours. If you imagine, if you live in Exeter, Plymouth, places like that, then that can be. We are the first circuit effectively that you'll hit, and then obviously South Wales is a big draw for people, and sort of Gloucester and just touching on the Midlands and across to London. So I think the good thing is here is you can set a budget. You've got the one venue. Most of our races are on a Saturday. We do the odd weekend as well, or a bank holiday Monday, and I think people quite like the idea. They turn up, they can race, they can go home, and they have a free day the next day. And you're not sort of schlacking up the motorway to a lot of other places across. Works for some people. Like I said, a lot of people do just like that being here. I think also, we are known being extremely friendly and helpful. I think the guys who race in each of those series you mentioned all help each other out. So either it be new or old, and we've got people here who have been racing for 25, 30, 40 years. And there is no, I always think with our grids, I think Hugo was saying earlier as well, but we rarely do we have issues with attitudes or anything like that. So I think that's a big draw as well. But Castle Combe, it's in a lot of people's hearts here. We are very traditional, the way hopefully you can just make it out through the window if you've not been here. But it is a beautiful setting as well. I think a lot of people do like that.
And it's a really brave circuit, as from spectators, we love seeing it. The drivers really feel a sense of achievement. And I think there's got to be something said for the fact that, we're talking a maximum of sort of 10 race events during the course of a year for you in that championship, possibly more. I mean, obviously it was less this year. So it means that you can commit to this championship and still choose to go and race elsewhere as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because we do get a lot of people who do that. You say who do that. There are people who just race here. Yeah. And there are people, like you say, who travel across the country and slip in. So the GTs is a good example of that. Where we've got people, Lucky Carroll, with his Ferrari 488, he goes and races in lots and lots of other series with that, and then comes here as well in between. So I think there are people, they do that, like I said, in a lot of the other series as well, but that's a good example of that. And obviously the Formula Fords, they've got the national series as well. So there is a lot of that. But I think, as you said, the crowds here normally are really good. The crowds are very, very strong here. The atmosphere, you do have, as you know, the hardcore people who come here, and they support the drivers. I think that's a huge thing as well, the support here. They actually do. They engage with them. They listen to them. They know who they are. And that's a huge part of it as well, which you might not get if you're just travelling to another circuit. But actually here, you're part of that family.
It really is. And if I speak for me growing up as being on the spectator bank, I'm privileged that I've been here now 9 years as part of the commentary team. But that means there was a lot more years than I'll admit where I was therefore up on the spectator bank, and it was like a belonging, and you had your favorite cars, you had your favorite drivers, and you were able to come down to the paddock and see, and you would cheer them on. And I think the drivers themselves feel that and know that they've got fans, they've got supporters out there that are rooting for them, and it adds something because of therefore that familiarity and soap opera during the course of the year.
Yeah, definitely. No, without a doubt, Chris. And I think that's, like you say, that's a big part of it, isn't it? It's and like you said, and that's been the big thing this year with the paddock being closed off, is because we've always been known for our accessibility. And like you said, and the drivers, I've had friends come up and they've let kids sit in the cars. talk to them. I think that's just a huge part of it.
Agreed. So if someone watching is thinking about getting into racing, what can Combe offer?
So at the moment, we run ARDS courses throughout the year. We've actually got a special offer at the moment. So that's $399. If you haven't got your Go Motorsport pack, we actually can sell that to you. And you can do your ARDS course as well here. Special offer in January. I think it's the 28th. It's a Thursday. And that's $399 at the moment. So head over to our website and book that. But obviously, we'll do training. We do test days and things as well. And that's all bookable as well. But again, I think, the track days, a lot of people come through track days. But yeah, if you're interested in racing, check out our website with the whole piece. There's a video with Alan Cooper, who's his son actually races in Formula Ford. He's our chief instructor here, runs all the ARDS days, and there's a great video there, and he'll give you some insight. And I think this is a great place. And there's a lot of people been commenting over the last couple of days with this when we've been, a lot of people have done their ARDS courses at Combe because of proximity and have really enjoyed it and come back to race. The good news is we're also offering £50 off your first race here, if one of our Castle Combe championships. Doesn't matter which one you enter. If you do your ARDS course here in January, then you'll get £50 off your race entry. So you can't really say fairer than that, Chris.
No, I mean, that is just a fabulous deal. So go to the Castle Combe circuit website, and I think it's Go Racing, isn't it, is the section on that.
Yeah.
And it'll have all the information. And so we got an offer on it, plus the voucher to actually come and race in one of our championships or series. Hot Hatch is a series, so that people can dip in, dip out if that's how they feel appropriate. For those more seasoned or run a team, run a team of cars and drivers, what does Castle Combe offer on that side of things?
Yeah, that's a good question, Chris. I think, there are people, like I said, who sometimes have dipped back into racing with us or haven't been here for a long time. And I think, we don't have garages, and the runoff, some people have an opinion about that. And we could probably discuss that another day. But I think, actually what we have got here is the flexibility and the ease. We're very easy to get to, very easy to work with. There's a small team here, so it's always going to be the same people you're going to be dealing with. And I think, we can do like I said, testing, private track hire. It's all doable here. People go on about the noise limits, but that's quite a historic thing that has moved on in the last few years. I think as cars have developed, we do have certain days for certain noise testing. So that's kind of moved on. But actually, if you were a team and you were thinking that you were trying to say to a new driver, why not come here? Actually, why not come here? We can set the costs. We can set, we know where you're going to be. The dates are there. And it's a really I would say it's a good journey for a new driver. And I think, like you said, touch upon the Hot Hatch, the amount of people we've had start with that has been brilliant. But like you said, this year we had the Low Dempsey team, very well known Formula 4 team, who have come back to Castle Combe because they had a couple of American drivers and they wanted to give them the familiarity of a very different circuit from where they've been racing in other places, especially in America. And that's a true testament of what we can offer here.
Absolutely, because it's not just about what you can offer to the drivers. There's also a lot that you can do in terms of with commercial organisations, not just around the area, but globally. I mean, I look at the website, and you've got some incredible sponsors that you work with. Global VP Fuels, which has been a fabulous partnership this year. Thoroughly enjoyed working with those guys. Samco Hoses that we've worked with for a couple of years. UK-based EBC Brakes. Avon Tyres, of course, we've got the famous Avon Tyres bridge over there. Yeah. And even smaller businesses like Open Doors Training as well. I mean, what can you offer businesses on that front? And are you still looking for more?
Absolutely, Chris. We're always looking for partners and sponsors. I mean, it really does help us, obviously, at the circuit here. And I think what we've managed to do is, yourself and Peter from VP and EBC and a lot of other people will know. We'll because of the flexibility of owning the circuit and running the circuit, we can do lots of different things. So we haven't just got your traditional advertising and boardings. Obviously, we've brought Combe TV in with the live streams. We've got we've got the interaction of doing things with people here. We've done filming. So VP made a video here. EBC have made 3 or 4 videos here. They're coming next week as well to make another one. So there's lots of things we can do there as well. But the other thing is direct sales into people, no matter what that might be. So you've got to remember, you haven't just got your race drivers here that are buying products. We've also got huge amounts of the crowd as well. So we've got that real cutting edge. So it could be anything, like you say, Chris, from a smaller business like yourself based locally, to a big business selling a very specific product. And I think that's what we've seen. But always, please, if you don't know about us, please get in contact, have a look at our website, come and speak to me at any time, come down, have a look around. it's been a difficult year for everyone, and we really want to reach out and try and make sure we do get some more partners on board and help businesses achieve as well. And I think that's a big part of it, is, you know, what people want to achieve. If it's a new product, a new launch, or a seasoned product, we can put it in front of thousands of people here and millions online, because I think that's the other thing now. Our website is a huge amount of traffic. We send a lot of information. Facebook is obviously a huge platform as well for a lot of businesses, but we really have done a good job with that.
Yeah, and add YouTube to it now as well, because we do an awful lot with Combe TV, which is going to carry on. It's a chat show that you and I started at lockdown to just try and keep others and ourselves sane. And it's been so much fun, and it sort of emphasised the family spirit even more. And it's been such a popular beast that it's going to continue. You know, we're going to do a show this coming Thursday previewing the awards. We got the awards is going virtual next year as well, next weekend, sorry. And then we'll have various guests that are going to be set up during the course of the winter, and it will probably carry into next year and what have you as well. Incidentally, one of the things I've remembered is that certain things that have been put in place during the course of this that are going to stay, that are good, is that we also now provide, and I believe it's going to carry on, touch wood it will, that the audio commentary will go out on TSL. Now, that's been begged for here for a long time. It started this year and hopefully is going to stay going forward as well. So, you know, there's certain bits that were good. Now, I talk about the awards, Tom. That should have been in the shadows of Concord in Bristol. Sadly, we're not doing that. But the reason it was going to be that big is that it's the 70th year of the circuit's existence. It's independent. It's family run. I mean, what an incredible achievement.
I know, Chris, you must have been a very small boy when you first came here 70 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, unbelievable. It really is. That's been a big shame this year that we haven't been able to celebrate it in style. And you're right, we were going to have the awards ceremony under the wings of Concord, and Bristol is very close to our heart here as well, because that's where a lot of the racing started with the Formula Juniors as well, and the cars that were built there and everything else. So there was a 500. So there was a lot of interest and a lot of history there. So that's a real shame. But, you know, we've ploughed on. I think we are going to do the virtual awards, as you say. This year has been, you know, it's not going to be forgotten, is it? I think the 70, you know, whatever happens another 70 years time when we're long gone, is that, you know, people will look back and remember this period. But we're a family-owned circuit. You know, so it's not a huge business. It's not a multinational business. It's a very small, independently owned and run business. And you know, we've all had to work really hard to keep going, and hopefully, you know, we'll be for another 70 years. You know, but that's all I can say really, Chris, is we just keep building and building on the strengths of what we've got, and that is the tarmac out there. And you know, I think the fact that we are so close knit as a community, and we offer some great racing.
100%, and you know that vibe extends, you know, above and beyond the drivers, above and beyond the spectators. There's other ways that you can get involved. There's volunteer roles, there's marshals roles, of course. I mean, the Mighty Orange Army have been not just a godsend in general, as we know. I'm always making a big thank you for their work. Here at Castle Combe, Richard Beard had a very weird task that he didn't enjoy, that was actually saying, I'm sorry, we can't have you. They had a maximum number, and that was being oversubscribed, which is incredible. You know, and they were a major part of the TV shows. They're very, very involved, such a family. And so therefore, it's a great place to come and get going with that as well.
Yeah, it is, Chris. Yeah, a lot of people, I think, you know, they've covered this off on a few things that people want to get involved in motorsport, and this becoming a marshal and getting involved is a fantastic when we've seen marshals go all the way through here into our race control, where I'm stood now, and then go on to the BTCC and beyond. You know, and I think that's the perfect opportunity with it. You can get to meet drivers, you can actually get, you know, to see a lot of the action and be involved, and you get a high quality training. So they're a huge part of what we do. And if anyone's ever looking at this and thinking they'd like to know more about marshalling, again, please head over to the Castle Combe Racing Club website, or our website's got a link on that as well, or contact anyone, Richard Beard or anyone in the club. But you know, they are hugely important to us, and I think a lot of the drivers respect that, and a lot of people realise that we couldn't do it without them. They are the first point of contact for a lot of people, and I have unfortunately, I've seen the same as you, Chris, some very nasty incidents, and you know, they are on it straight away. And you know, we have had people come and find us at Autosport Show a couple of years ago. A gentleman here had a very nasty accident, and he came and he wanted to personally thank the people that had helped him out of the car, and our medical team. So I think, you know, it's a huge important part of what we do. Yeah, absolutely. Motorsport needs its volunteers. I can't say that enough.
It really does. And I mean, you touched on another area. We got the medical teams have been amazing, especially in what has been a huge challenge to make it safe for everybody with the COVID issues, let alone the racing itself. The recovery crews, the maintenance crews, rebuilding the circuit when people are having their crazy moments, whatever it is. Just an incredible team. It's like an army of ants that suddenly descend on where they need to be sent to, and it's amazing. We've of course got Wiltshire College here, part of this here, which offers some wonderful qualifications within the motorsport. So wiltshire.ac.uk. Go and have a look at that, because there's other ways you can get involved in motorsport there. I mean, Tom, we could keep talking for hours and hours. The reality is the best bet is for them to go to both the Castle Combe circuit.co.uk and ccracingclub.co.uk.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best thing to do, isn't it? Go on our website and, hopefully people, have supported, I think, supported Motorsport Days, I hope, and really understand, how difficult it is for a lot of businesses at the moment. And I think what Ben and the guys have done has been fantastic, and yourself, Chris, and everyone coming together on this. So please, keep on supporting businesses, small businesses, do what you can as well. And that's it, Chris. All I can say is well, we are launching all our dates. Our race dates are out at the moment. You can find those, but with a couple of changes. But all our dates for all our events and track days will be going out very shortly. We are selling gift vouchers and all that kind of stuff. So please, here's a sales ploy from me as well. Please head along and over and have a look. But in the meantime as well, check out next weekend is our virtual awards night. So that'd be really good if you've never raced at Combe and you wonder what we keep talking about this camaraderie and all this friendliness. Come and have a watch of that, and I really think that would probably sway you to potentially come and race with us next year.
Well, it'd just be me drunk on gin hosting the show, wouldn't it, from my bedroom in the tux top half and the undercrackers bottom half. That's going to be what the awards is going to be.
And on that note, as they say.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. And well done to everybody at Motorsport Days.
Yeah, thanks. Take care.